Hey juniors and seniors, this is Mr. Gross. We're going to have a quick video for you today to introduce ourselves to you and to highlight some of the changes that we've made to the year and to remind you about some of the policies that we've had in place, especially before the pandemic. But as I said, I'm Mr. Gross, Mitch Gross, your principal, and this is my second year being principal here at West. I was the assistant principal for the previous 2 years before that at Northwest Junior High, so that's where I got to meet a lot of you. And the 15 years prior to that, I was a teacher and coach right here at West High School. So if you're in room 230, that was actually my old classroom back in the day. I want to talk about three themes that we really focus on here at West High School. Number one, kindness. Number two, community. And number three, learning. And as I start with kindness, I just really want to remind you all and emphasize to be kind to one another, especially this year. We've all been through so much this past year. So maybe, you were online last year and some of your close friends were in school and you don't feel as close with them as you once did. Please reach out to them. If you see somebody eating lunch by themselves or just walking in the hallway by themselves, say hello and smile. We really want to have a kind school here at West. Community is another thing we want to focus on. And we feel very strongly in having a strong, tight-knit community here at West High School. And that's one of the reasons why we're doing this presentation. To have a building of 1,600 people, it's important that we all know the expectations and that we all have a clear vision of what we want our school to be. When we talk about community also, it's about supporting each other. So whether you support our theater students as they put on amazing productions, our musicians as they put on amazing concerts, or our athletes who put on amazing performances on the court or on the field, we all want to come together and be Trojans and support each other. And lastly, learning. You are in the number one top-ranked academic high school in Iowa and one of the top-ranked academic high schools in the whole Midwest. So be proud of that. But with that comes a lot of responsibility. We have high expectations for you as learners, and your teachers are there for you. They want to support you the best they can, but they need you to also advocate for yourself. So if you're having an issue with the class, please reach out to a teacher. And please, while you're in class, give your teacher your full attention. Take care.
Hi, my name is Molly Abraham, and I'm one of the assistant principals here. I've worked at West for a really long time, and I'm excited to have this year get going and look forward to meeting lots of you that I haven't met already.
Hi West High, my name is Jenny Eustace and I am a former science teacher here in the building. This is my 13th year at West High and my first year as an assistant principal. Go Trojans!
What's up, Trojans? This is Miss Head. Some of you know me as a science teacher, but this year I've switched roles just a bit and I am now one of the assistant principals. Welcome back and go Trojans!
Hello, I'm Mr. Breitbach. The last name's A through D.
Hello, my name is Kelly Bergman and I work with all of the wonderful students that have last names E through J. As school counselors, we have a lot of different roles, but I like to say that we focus on 3 different areas: college, career, and personal social. So throughout your time at West, you'll be with the same counselor for all 4 years. So we'll help you navigate any career interests you have, how to apply to colleges and go through that process, and also just support you as a general human being and making sure that you stay happy and healthy.
My name is Greg Yoder and I'm guidance counselor here at West High, and I have students K through Q. If you also would like to practice your Spanish, I once upon a time was a Spanish teacher, so I'd be happy to tap into that side of my brain. Also, we just love to see students in our office, and so if you guys ever want to stop in and let us know what's going on, we would always welcome that.
Hi, I'm Mrs. DeLeo, and I work with students with last names letters R through Z. And just want to let you know, juniors and seniors, that you're coming to the end of your high school career. So I am available at any time to meet with you, seniors, to discuss your plans for next year. And if you have any questions about college applications or anything like that, please stop and see me. And also juniors, you're starting the process to think about college, and this is a big year maybe to take your ACT, SAT. So again, if you have any questions, you need some help, some guidance on how to get the process started, or you're maybe not going to college, you're looking for career opportunities, us guidance counselors, we're here for you. So please stop by our office at any time. We really want to develop a relationship with you this year. Go West.
Hi, I'm Annie Gudenkoff,
I'm Christine Dugan.
and we are student and family advocates at West. So we're in the guidance office, and we help with a lot of the non-academic stuff at school. So if you're having problems at home and need to talk, you're having a problematic relationship, if you need help finding some mental health support in the community, or you just need a safe place to talk about something, that's what we're here for. So come see us whenever you need. Cool.
All right, West High, our bell schedules for this year. Right now, for the first 2 weeks of school, we're actually running our Monday, Wednesday bell schedule, where you go just to your 7 periods, 1 through 7, every single day. We will then be transitioning after Labor Day, adding in our Tuesday, Friday bell schedule, where we will have a 40-minute intervention time. And then on Thursdays, that is going to be our early release day. So you will get out at 3 o'clock every single Thursday. To talk a little bit more about AFT will be happening every Tuesday and Friday starting after Labor Day. It is now a 40-minute block of time for you to work on homework, to get help from a teacher, to retake tests, to make up labs if you were gone. So we really hope that by expanding this time to 40 minutes, that the academic part of academic focus time will be a huge focus of this. And we will also be using this time to do our social and emotional learning lessons that will be provided. 9th graders will get MVP. Some of you may be MVP mentors, which might be working with those 9th grade students on those MVP lessons, but you will also be getting other social emotional lessons during that time. Every student will be assigned an AFT, provided that they do not have 7th period open, and you will be expected to report there. Teachers will be taking attendance and recording and reporting attendance, so it's not optional time, but we hope that this 40-minute time block on Tuesdays and Fridays will allow you some great time to be focused on your academics to help you be the best student that you can be at West High.
Coming and going at West isn't exactly going to be new information to most of you, but just remember the doors to West open at 8:35. So if you come before that, you need to have a reason to be here, an appointment with a teacher, a practice of some kind. You'll have to buzz the intercom and at 8 o'clock and show your student ID, and then somebody will be able to let you in. If you come after 8:50, you're going to have to do the same thing. Ring the bell, show your student ID, and somebody will let you in. And remember, don't let other people in and don't block the doors open. It's important to us all that we keep West High a safe community and that we know who's coming in and out of our building.
For those of you who drive your own vehicle to West, we want to go over what the parking lot expectations are, as well as some guidelines for student drivers. First and foremost, please make sure that you register your car in the office by purchasing a West High parking permit. You need to have this to use the parking lot. Once you've purchased the parking permit, please place the parking permit somewhere in your car that we can see it. Number 2, make sure you are parking in the appropriate lots. Those lots are the south parking lot, which is over by the tennis courts, and the east parking lot, which is over by the school auditorium. You'll notice that the far part of the east parking lot is blocked off during the fall between periods 1 and 3 so that marching band can have a space to practice. So once period 3 happens, that area of the parking lot is available for you to park on. Make sure you also do not park in the bus lane. There can be no parking in the bus lane. And finally, the west parking lot, which is across directly from the Mormon church, and the parking lot directly in front of the school entrance, that is for faculty and visitors only. You may not park in those 2 lots. Also, I want to remind you to please follow proper driving etiquette and rules and laws. Please do not drive your Toyota Camry like it's a Lamborghini. We have a lot of folks in the parking lot. We want to make sure that everybody is safe.
Hey, what's up, Trojans? Mr. Hartwig here. I'm working in the building this year as an administrative fellow. I want to say that we're excited to have you all back. We're looking forward to a great school year. And as upperclassmen, the details I'm going to cover today are just reminders. We want you to have success. You can go anywhere you want from this high school. Make sure you grind it out, do the little things, the right things on a daily basis, and achieve success. One of the most important assets or facets of the school day is to make sure that you are handling yourselves appropriate in the hallway. Goes without saying that there are a lot of students in the school, especially compared to what it felt like last year. Make sure you are getting to and from your classes quickly and efficiently. You have 5 minutes to get from one end of the building to the other if need be. That is enough time. Make sure you're walking on the right side of the hallway. Use school appropriate volume. If you see a friend, a buddy, whatever in the hallway, say what's up, but then continue on your way. We are still in a pandemic. You need to keep your hands to yourself and do not stay in the hallway for very long. The hallway is not a hangout location. If you ask a teacher to use the restroom, get a drink, take care of your business, get back to your class. If you are hanging out in the hallway for an excessive amount of time, it will count towards an unexcused absence. We do not want to get that to a point where you end up facing some serious consequences for that. But again, it's a crowded place. Make sure that you're smart. Use it effectively. As upperclassmen, we expect you to take the lead on this. Get to your classes, one place to the other. Don't hang out in the hallways. Keep them quiet to allow other classes to focus and get the work done they're doing in their rooms. And again, if you have any questions about this, reach out to me at any point. I also want to talk about cafeteria behavior. As upperclassmen, we expect you all to be the leaders in this school. You are all, as you know, given one lunch shift per 4th hour class. If you have an open 4th hour, that's great. But if you have a class 4th hour, you need to make sure you're eating at the designated lunch time. Do not skip class over 4th hour to stay or hang out in the lunchroom to catch up with other friends. That will count as an unexcused absence. Make sure you're eating your assigned lunch. We have the school divided up evenly into thirds. If you stay at one lunch and eat, it will create an overflow situation where other students will not be able to get their food. We have a brand new and state-of-the-art cafeteria that serves great food. Keep it that way. Pick up after yourself. Make sure that you are picking trash up and throwing it away. It's not a teacher's job. It's not the custodian's job. It's your job. It's your trash. Treat that place with respect. Make sure you have your student ID at all times. That's critical. It gets you through the lunch line quicker. You have 32 minutes to eat. That's plenty of time. And a reminder that you can eat anywhere you want in the building within 3 locations as far as the 9th grade wing, cafeteria on the bottom floor. If the weather's nice, you can eat out in the courtyard between the main cafeteria and the 9th grade wing. And you can certainly eat in the cafeteria itself. Those are the 3 places you're allowed to eat. You're not allowed to eat anywhere else in the building, just for sanitary reasons and things of that nature. Treat the lunch staff, lunch ladies and people who work and help you on a daily basis with respect. And that starts again with cleaning up after yourself. You guys know the drill. You're lucky. We have great food. We have a state-of-the-art facility. Let's keep it that way. Clean up after yourself and get that taken care of. And last but not least, maybe one of the biggest changes this year, because we are back in a more normalized schedule, is attendance. Since March of 2020, it's been an odd go of it as far as school goes, and the district has changed its attendance policy. We are going back to pre-pandemic attendance requirements. You cannot pass a class if you do not attend a class. If you are counted unexcused in your class, you will lose credit and an opportunity to pass that class. What is key for you to all understand is that 6 unexcused absences from a class will result in a drop. And when you are dropped from a class, you will be removed from that class and taken to another location in the building to work on some credit recovery. You'll also be assigned some different tasks. It's not a position you want to be in. 6 unexcused absences is the limit. Now, if there's a situation where you have to leave town with family, there's an emergency, and you accrue more than 6 unexcused absences, but parents, guardians haven't been able to call in, we will investigate that, and your teachers, the administration will certainly work with you. But if you are unaccounted for from family, guardians, parents, and the teachers, and you've just skipped class 6 times, you will be dropped. This is a district mandate. We're going to enforce this. You need to make sure you're diligent about it and make sure you are getting to class. Along those lines, tardies can equivocate to unexcused absences. You need to get to class on time and be in class. We talked about the hallways, getting from one class to the next. If you accrue 3 unexcused tardies, that equals 1 unexcused absence. And if you have 6 unexcused absences, you're dropped from the class. A tardy is registered if you are not in the room after the tardy bell rings. You need to make sure you hustle the class, make sure that you're there on time, and you need to make sure you attend class. And we understand the grind of a school year can get long, but we are invested in you as students. We want you to have the best, to be the best. And so we want you to be in class and to get everything that you need to be successful. You will be marked unexcused or late if you show up at class, then ask to leave to use the restroom, see the nurse, whatever the case may be, and you do not return in an acceptable amount of time, and that will be judged by the teacher. It's understandable that you need to use the bathroom, you need to go see the nurse, you need to get a drink, but you need to take care of that quickly and in an appropriate amount of time. If it becomes excessive and your absence is noted for a while, your teacher will change your attendance to unexcused. And again, if you have 6 unexcused absences, you are dropped from a class. And again, we're not looking to do this as administrators and teachers. We don't want that to happen, certainly, but make sure that you're doing everything right. We're here to support you, here to help you. I'm excited to see you all back in the building. We look forward to a great school year, and we're looking forward to this senior class having a memorable year as well. Take care. Go Trojans. We'll see you around.
Okay, Trojans, the next thing that I'm going to talk about is cell phones. And this is my, oh, you missed him. There's my cute little son. Anybody who babysits for free, let me know. So we didn't really have a cell phone policy this past year because of COVID and whatnot. But this year we are implementing a policy, something that we're actually going to follow through on. So get ready. The first thing you need to know is that when your teachers are getting ready to start instruction, they are going to say a very creative phrase, and that phrase is, please put your phones away. At that time, you will take your cellular devices, you will put them somewhere that is acceptable for your teacher. For some teachers, it might be on the desk. For some teachers, it will be in your pocket or in your backpack, securely put away so that it's not distracting you. Once your teacher tells you to please put your phone away, that means that any other time they see you with your cell phone out, it's fair game to start our new warning system. So if they see you with your phone out after this time, they will say, please secure your phone. And that lets you as the student know that the teacher now has the opportunity, we'll say, to have a individual conference with you. And during that time, they will just express deep concern for your level of focus and your inability to learn all the great things that they have for you to learn if you're distracted by your phone. If it happens a second time, this could be during the same class period, perhaps. This could be maybe a week down the road because bad habits are hard to break. So on the second offense, the teacher will tell you to secure your phone. Once again, that's your verbiage. On that second time, they're going to go ahead and make a phone call home. So the teacher is going to talk to whoever is in charge of you at home and probably just let your family know that the cell phone has become a problem. It's distracting you from your learning. And then a third offense where the teacher has to tell you to secure your phone again. Then that information comes to the office, and myself or Mr. Hartwig or Mr. Gross or Mrs. Eustace or Mrs. Abraham, one of us is then going to talk to your family again to come up with a plan. So for each of you, that plan might be slightly different, but you can expect things like cell phone detentions. We have these cute little cell phone lockers where we can put your phones away for a class period or a whole day, depending on how strongly ingrained your habit of having your phone out is. So that's the cell phone policy. You get your blanket statement from your teachers that reminds you to please put your phones away. Anytime after that is fair game for your teachers to start issuing you warnings. And once you get to your third warning, that gets passed up to the office, and you're looking probably at some time away from your closest friend, which for some of you may be your phone. So that's the cell phone policy.
All of us were hoping that we could start this school year without COVID everywhere we go. Unfortunately, that's not the case, especially with this new Delta variant. So I want to strongly encourage you to wear a mask while in our building. We have teachers who are undergoing chemotherapy currently. We have teachers who have children who are not of age to be vaccinated. So please consider wearing a mask. However, I know we cannot require masks. So if you do or do not wear a mask, I want to be very clear about this, that students should not be harassed or targeted or ridiculed based on their mask status. That is a personal choice. I also would like to encourage you to get vaccinated against COVID. I do so for a couple of reasons. Number one, we just want to keep you safe. But number two, your vaccination status will play a role in your quarantine decision, or our decision to quarantine you, if there's a COVID outbreak in your classroom or in the school. And let me be clear, these rules and guidelines come from way above us. We're just the messenger. If you are vaccinated and there's a COVID outbreak in your classroom or in your proximity, you will more than likely be allowed to come to school almost immediately if you agree to wear a mask. If you are not masked and not vaccinated and there's an outbreak in your proximity, it is very likely that you will have to quarantine for 10 days. That includes every student in our school, regardless of what's going on. So for example, if we're 2 or 3 days before a state athletic competition or a state music contest or the opening night of a theater performance, and we have an outbreak in a classroom and you are not vaccinated, you will likely miss that performance or that contest. Again, those are the rules that we're just passing along. So please make sure you take precautions. Also, if you do test positive for COVID, please make sure you alert the office so that we can alert the proper people in the school, most importantly your teachers, so that you can keep up with work. And finally, if you ride a school bus to school, or if you ride a school bus to an away game or to a competition, you must be masked the entire time you're on the bus. That is a federal guideline, and that is not up for discussion or compromise.
Hello, West High. This is Craig Hegel, your athletic director, welcoming you back to the 21-22 school year. And as always, West High is the best high. Excited for you to have another year of athletics and activities. And as always, our goal is for you to have a great experience being a part of something. We encourage you to get involved in athletics, activities, our fine arts programs, our speech and debate programs. All of our extracurricular and co-curricular activities are outstanding. And again, hopefully a great experience. Before you practice or compete in athletics, we do have to have you register online. In the past, we would have you bring in paper copies of your physical and a permission to practice form. Now we have made it so easy that you can register online. The link is on our school website under the athletics tab. So you can find that link, upload your physical, and complete all the information that you need to do online yourself. Do it very quickly and easily. A big reminder that our fall sports seasons are underway. We have our first home football game this Friday against Cedar Rapids Kennedy, and we play our first home volleyball match next Tuesday versus Xavier. A couple of reminders. Again, please, please, please show our younger students how to do it right. And we are cheering for our team. We're not worried about the opponent or the officials. We're going to cheer for our team. We need to be a positive source for good to help our football team and all of our other athletic programs succeed. Also, keep in mind, this is a high school event. This is not like being at Kinnick Stadium or Carver Hawkeye Arena. Actions and behaviors that may be okay over there are not okay over here. And I think we all know what those are. And if you don't know, come and ask me, and I'll be glad to share those with you. Again, we're here to cheer for our team and do it in a way that represents West High positively. And the last reminder, our cheerleading and dance squads are there to compete and perform and help the game day experience. Please show them the respect and your support. When they start a cheer, get involved, cheer your heart out, and again, show them a lot of respect for the time and effort that they spend getting ready to perform and compete at all of our home events. I hope you have a great Thursday, and go Trojans.
We have our club fair coming up on Thursday, September 2nd from 7th period to 4 p.m. in the West High Courtyard. If you are the leader of a club, see your club sponsor to request a table. Join Theater West. The fall musical is Footloose. The spring play is Anastasia. There'll be an informational meeting on Wednesday, September 1st at 4:15 p.m. with Miss Nara in room 102. Finally, some important dates. This Friday, August 27th is our first home football game. Show up and show out, West High. October 1st is our homecoming game, with October 2nd our homecoming event. October 5th is midterm, and before we know it, it will be November 16th, the end of Try 1.
Thank you all for your attention on these important items. We want to wish you the best year ever. Go West.